Y'all, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. I just went over how this was my craft room floor. I'm off today, trying to get into something, and I'll be making a cinder block for no apparent reason other than I just wanted to try to make one. I have this black foam board and I just peeled this back. It has a little texture on it. However, if you do this technique, you can make brick texture. You can make all sorts of textures using peeled back foam board. I was showing you, I also have this pool noodle, which I really like the texture of that. And I think this would make a really nice cinder block texture. You just have to paint it. But of course, you know, you'd have to cut it down to basically this width. And it's not going to be as easy as doing it with that. I was also saying that I got this pool noodle to make a tree. I was going to use the hot glue gun to make the grooves of the tree bark and then paint it. But before I did that, I was going to research who else made a tree this way, just so I can make sure if I need to, you know, if they did ventilation, because who knows how heat and styrofoam reacts. So if they did ventilation, then I'll make sure I do ventilation. But if they didn't pass out, then I know it's cool. Safety first. Also, the other random thing I was saying is that this is like not even carpet, and Dollhouse Curator has carpet on her floor, but she still got pillows. But I need to get pillows because my floor isn't even carpet, and it's horrible for your back to just be sitting here for hours. Again, wasn't recording. You have one piece. This whole thing was 1 inch, and so I kept the 1 inch thing. I thought that was a good size, but going this way, these two pieces are 1.5 inches each. And then these 3 pieces, I decided to make all the same width. So they're gonna go just in between this piece and that piece. So I didn't have to take like separate measurements. Like, I don't know. Anyways, these are 3/4 inch. It's actually helpful to peel off the back piece. I did get this little grill cleaner to make textures on the clay items I was making, but as you can see, I haven't even opened it yet. So I'm thinking you can make more texture if you need to on this with that. Ouch, shit. So that's very dangerous. I am bleeding. This thing poked me. Oh my gosh. Y'all, the inside of my finger is like bruising up. Like, I don't even know if you could see that, but for sure it's bruising up. Y'all, I should be good. I just researched to make sure I wasn't gonna lose the finger, but bruising is normal according to Google AI. They said even a small poke can cause bruising and that it will go away as your body heals. So I'm like, should we even try this anymore? Is kind of with the steel brush, and then that is without the steel brush. You know what though? If you're not the type of person who carries like a self-defense tool, hear me out. Because you can just keep the packaging. Carefully put that back there. And if you need some self-defense, this is your tool. You can grip it. They won't even know what's happening because they're like, what are you gonna do with that brush? And then you just mess them up. I actually think the safest way to do it is to keep a longer piece and do this before you cut. That way your hand could be way over here and then you could be stamping that with the brush. So this is how I did that. I'm just gonna put this one on top. By the way, I instantly thought Stonehenge. So if you want to make Stonehenge, go right ahead. So I do think this makes an effective enough cinder block. However, if you know, a cinder block is more square on the inside, so I do think that maybe this should go on the outside of that just to make the inside more square. But yeah, it's looking good so far. I've got some white and gray paint, and to be honest, this might be done more effectively done as well while it's one piece and then cut. But yeah, I'm just gonna like dry brush a little bit with my finger. And by the way, since the thing is already gray, you don't technically need this part. But just if you want a little bit extra, and definitely with the pink, if you use any other color, you're gonna need to do this anyway, so. Yes, I would definitely say just do this as it's one piece, as it's kind of difficult to get in between the pieces to get the paint on, but it does look pretty good. Here I'm just trying out another technique I saw from YouTube, and I'm just using a pencil to make grooves to look like bricks. There should be many tutorials on YouTube that features this technique. So yeah, again, just trying it out. For a red brick color, I have Linen Toile, okay, yep, 420 from Folk Art from Hobby Lobby, and Toasted Terracotta 99254 from Hobby Lobby. I'm just using the same technique that I use with the other stone or cinder block to do this brick, just doing it in those two different colors. And then somewhere along the way, I did add some white for even more highlight. I do have some green moss, but I couldn't find it for this project, and I didn't want to rebuy it because I know it's somewhere. But yeah, it would enhance the look of this. That's how our brick is looking. Looks lovely. If you use too much paint, it's gonna fill in your texture. So try to kind of just brush it on. I'm just trying a different shape of stone here. Again, I wish I had the green moss to enhance the look. Here I'm just trying to see how a marker looks, but I could have probably colored some baking soda and done this with as well. Alright, so here's the new project that I came out with using the rock techniques. Basically, I took some more of that black foam board, peeled off the black layer to reveal the gray, did the texture on the gray, and did the paint as well to make it look more like rock. And then I took a piece, did the exact same thing to it, but I tore it up. And that's how I got these little rocks here. These are just like torn up pieces of that foam board, and some of them are layered, some of them are stacked in such a way as to act like footholds and handholds. And then I took some elastic and I glued it on the back, then put it over the side, and then glued more elastic. As you can see, I made a harness basically, and it's loose so it can fit over like jeans and stuff or shorts. And then I have this, I found this, I was like, I need a lobster claw to make it look more real, like it can clip on and off. And then I found this in my keychain making stuff, so it was perfect. And so that's what I did. I don't know why I said did, so weird. But yeah, now I have a rock climbing wall. It's kind of bowed, but that's to be expected when you peel off the paper side of the foam board. And I'm gonna leave it like that just because I don't know right now where I want to put it. When I have a more permanent situation for it, then I can glue it to that situation so it'll be straight. And then I was like, maybe I should also have like a platform up there, so you know when the dolls get to the top, they can go and sit and cool off for a bit before they descend back down. That's not how rock climbing works, I don't think, but it's okay. I've never rock climbed before, and I haven't even gone to the rock climbing places that are like indoors, but I've seen people do it and it looks cool. I feel like my dolls want to do it. Okay, so we have this girl demonstrating the rock climbing, and not really sure why I chose her. I think she was the doll on hand, because what better doll to demonstrate rock climbing than a Maid to Move? Oh no, it's gonna be the Skipper. So yeah, enjoy. I think she looks so cute, and she's just wearing her bathing suit, so that's like a sports top, if you will. And I put her in the denim jeans. The harness looks great. You can play with the slack or whatever so it looks more realistic. And matter of fact, I'll just tuck that to give it a little bit of tension. And as you can see, the footholds are working great, and we could just use our imagination for the rest. So yeah, yeah, but seriously, if this was a Maid to Move doll, she could do this no problem. Also, I forgot to say, this sheet is about 20 inches tall, but I cut it at 10 inches. I know like some rock climbing facilities have like a strip. They may go to the gym. When I was I was in middle school, we did have like a little rock climbing wall, and it wasn't so tall. It was more like a cross, so we had to like climb across like sideways. I forgot about that. Yeah, but anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.